Welcome back. One thing that I love about the Archival dye-based ink is the fact that it does act and move like water. Taking that into account, I like to use that to my benefit in creating custom backgrounds for my card making, art journaling, or scrapbook pages. So what I've done is I've actually pulled together 4 colors that work beautifully together. These colors will blend nicely together to create just a really nice subtle background. If you're looking for a background that just creates some sort of layer or depth, what you can do is take your ink pad and just apply it directly to your paper. This is plain white cardstock that has really no texture to it. As well, it's very porous, so the ink will go ahead and dry pretty quickly as I press it in. And what's wonderful about this is that every time I press, it's going to give me a little bit of a different coloring, different texture, different depth as I layer them together. And I can layer other colors on top as I go. I love using this with my mixed media projects, especially Canvas. It works really nicely and really beautifully how you can just layer them on and give it that beautiful watercolor kind of painterly quality. Now we have a darker blue. And you can always go over afterwards and layer some of your lighter colors on top as well. So let's just go back over with a little bit of a lighter color. And you see, because of the unevenness of the pad as I'm pressing down, and these pads, what I like when I'm using this is I like to use pads that have been used, that are a little bit more drier, that I haven't re-inked, because that way I can continue to press down and get the look that I like or that I desire. So you can see how I still have the shape of the pad, but it blends together nicely to create a beautiful background. If I wanted this to blend a little bit more, I can take this a step further and prepare my paper. Since it is, like I mentioned, that cardstock that will absorb the ink really well, I can prepare it with a little bit of water that allows the ink to go ahead and blend nicely together. So now that my paper is prepared with a little bit of water, I can press my ink pads in, and you can see how it just looks a little bit more watercolorish, a little bit more painterly. And if I wanted to even more, if I didn't like how it was turning out, just add a little bit more water and build up as I like. You can even take a paintbrush to this and feather it a little bit more if you'd like. It's just a really nice way of creating a gorgeous, beautiful watercolored effect background with little to no hassle, because you're just using your ink pad, similar to like a stamp, but you're just using it to colorize your background. And again, I'm just going to go over it with the lighter color, kind of blending it together. So looking at the difference here with the non-prepped surface, I did not spray water on it. You can see how the edges of the ink pad are a lot more precise. The image of the ink pad is just a little bit more crisp, whereas when I prepped it with water, you get a really nice, beautiful blended background. This is a great way to get full coverage on your projects. If you're looking to use this for mixed media scrapbooking, working on canvas, fabric, on paper, any different surface will give you some different type of absorption and different types of techniques. So I really encourage you to just have some fun with this, make it your own, and see how this works for you. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.